A girl taking photos accidentally captured a murder scene, but she didn't rush to escape. Instead, she used the moment when the killer was busy with the body to secretly snap a picture of his face. She then grabbed her camera and quickly ran to the side of the road, planning to have her uncle, who was waiting in the car, take her to the police station. But when she got to the car, she realized her uncle wasn't in it. A feeling of dread washed over her. Thinking he might have gone looking for her, she reluctantly turned back. She hadn't gone 2 steps when she saw her uncle talking to the killer.
Yeah, I'm looking for a little girl in a red dress.
Oh, there's the little angel right now.
Roger!
Girl, Annie, screamed at her uncle to run, but in the next second, the killer raised his gun and sent the uncle on his way. As the killer was about to take out the girl too, he suddenly noticed the camera around her neck. While he was stunned, Annie immediately turned and ran into the distance. After running for what felt like forever, she finally found a house before the homeowner could figure out what was going on. A masked killer suddenly appeared. The homeowner quickly backed into the house and locked the door. Then he quickly loaded a shotgun. When the killer stormed in, he realized this wasn't just some ordinary farmer and hesitated to make a move. With Mike's foot injured, he hid at the top of the stairs, waiting to see what would happen. With the situation at a standstill, the killer spoke first. He said that if the man would just hand over the little girl, he would leave immediately and let him continue living on his farm. But Mike clearly wouldn't agree. He knew that if he handed over Annie, she would surely die. Looking at the poor little girl, Mike was instantly reminded of his own son, who had recently passed away. He wouldn't let Annie fall into the jaws of a tiger, no matter what. With his attitude firm, the killer had no choice but to wait. He grabbed a bottle of liquor, intending to treat the wound from the shotgun blast. At the same time, Mike also had Annie get him some alcohol to clean the gun wound on his foot. He then took a blanket and placed dozens of light bulbs inside it. He held it tightly in his arms and crushed them, then poured the shattered glass onto the stairs. This way, if the killer came upstairs, they would hear the sound and be ready to react. Seeing that Mike didn't seem like a bad guy, Annie told him everything that had happened and mentioned that her camera had a picture of the killer. Seeing this, Mike quickly had Annie take out the film, wrap it in a plastic bag, and hide it in the toilet's water tank. This way, even if the killer set fire to the house, the film would be safe. While the standoff with the killer was tense, Mike also shared his own story. He used to have a very happy family, but one day, his son was playing outside and accidentally tripped over a wire Mike had carelessly left behind, hitting his head on a rock and dying. After this happened, his wife couldn't handle the grief and went back to her family, and Mike decided to live out his days alone on the farm. As he was thinking about his dead son, the killer picked up a piece of paper on the floor.
I could never say this to you face to face.
It was the letter of confession Mike had written to his wife. Seeing the killer mock Mike's tragic past, Annie immediately went over and hugged him, promising that after this was over, she would be his woman and take care of him in his old age. But just then, a gunshot rang out, making Mike instantly alert. However, that gunshot was accidentally heard by the police 1,000 miles away.